Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody today? Hi, Irish Parks. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have you with us. How you doing
Tired
today?
of losing yet? Pick three at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking is king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums to learn, no root sums to learn, no tic-tac-toe to
Glad to hear
learn,
it. Glad to hear
no
it.
workouts to learn for you to win big.
Hello, everyone. Just waiting on some people to get on here. We'll get this show on the road. Like I always say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, and play responsibly. Don't play out of need or greed. Play for fun. Okay, we know that lotteries are games of chance, and Pick-3 is the one that I specialize in. I don't do the fours and the fives, so if you're looking for more than that, I really don't do that. I don't give out numbers for states. If you just joining me, I specialize in nothing but Pick-3 because it's trackable, teachable, and doable with the method that I come up with, that I created on my own, where we track the actual 1,000 numbers. That way, I'm not guessing at what the numbers are doing. I know what the numbers are doing, and it helps me to increase my chances of winning greatly. So this is what I do. I teach people how to fish and don't give fish. I don't give them fish. I teach you how to fish. Teach for your own state. Customize the numbers to your state so you know what's going on with your numbers in your state. And don't give out arbitrary numbers for you to play and try to win with. This is what the Pick-3 at a glance strategies is all about. The secret to winning is you, not me. I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna promise you. I can't promise you no guaranteed win. I can tell you what works for me, and that's what I'll do. I think we make Pick-3 harder than what it needs to be, because it's the only one that you can track the actual 1,000 numbers for yourself. Pick-4's got 10,000 numbers. That's all entirely luck, period. Pick-5 have 100,000 numbers. So I narrow it down with Pick-3, where it's not just luck. You can strategize. You can build a skill set. You can see what's going on with the numbers in your state, just like Michigan. The 1-1 pair ain't hit in 340 something days and counting. See what I'm saying? That's what I work off, the law average. So if you're Michigan, I play the triple ones and wheel the 1-1s down. See, this is something that's viable, that you can see and understand. And if you're not tracking, you wouldn't be aware that a 1-1 pair, which I haven't seen since I've been tracking, I've been doing it for 30 years, on my end, not play for 340 odd days.
Tired of losing yet? Pick three at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking is king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums to learn, no root sums to learn, no tic-tac-toe to learn, no workouts to learn for you to win big.
Yeah, because Pick-3 had beat up on me real bad. And I would use the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids. I was doing everything I could to win, but what I realized that it wasn't working for me. And I've never been the one to really follow the crowd. So I said I have to find my own strategy and my own system to winning. And that's exactly what I did. I created a strategy for winning that I could share with everybody. I have 2,000 videos, started 2 years ago, and I have put 2,300 videos up. 90% of them pertaining to PICK-3. I don't charge a membership. I don't do, I charge for one-on-one counseling classes. I also charge for the workout sheets that I have available for anybody that wants to get them, print them out, and follow me. Go to the videos, learn the strategy on your own. But it's a viable system to me, and I can explain it to anybody in an hour or less to help them get into the winning circle for their state. And that's what I do. Hi, Shirley. Glad to have you with us. 310 in Louisiana. Okay, Shirley. Glad to have you with me. Um, I see people do that. To be truthful with you, I really don't know what to say with the 310 because Shirley, my strategy, if you've been with me a while, I think you've seen, is I can't really, I don't track anybody else's state's numbers. Michigan, I did that because one of my subscribers pointed that out to me that Michigan only did a 1-1 pair for, they did it a 1-1 pair in 340 days. So that's why I pinpointed that out so people could see how the law average works. So I wanted to show them how long it takes for these numbers to actually hit. That you just can't be using arbitrary numbers to try to win. You have to know how long it takes. On average, it could take 60 to 90 days out for a number before I even add it to my list of numbers to play. So I have a consistent list of numbers to play, not looking for numbers each and every day to try to win. So I don't know what the 310 is about for Louisiana, but there's nothing I can really, I could do a 1-1-1 rundown and show you how, well, I'll show you how to do the 1-1 rundown on Illinois' evening number that came in, and you can follow and go from there. Sacramento, oh, welcome, Sacramento. No problem. I mean, my strategy is completely new to everybody else's. Totally different. I see a lot of people do that. They'll put their number in, but there's nothing I really can do with it like that because you have to go back and track the actual data to come up with what to do with that 310 or what it would tell me to play in tracking the actual data. Welcome, Sacramento. Okay, Illinois evening draw, which I start here. And then if you want, you can ask questions. I'll probably run through and I'll join the chat after I go through this. And I can, you can ask any questions that you might want to ask. But here we had the 409 to come in, the 409 come into Illinois evening draw. I specialize in evening draws because I find it's easier to track and I win better tracking one draw instead of trying to win midday and evening. And if Texas, you got 4 draws, you can burn up a whole lot of money. And the object of the game is not to burn up a whole lot of money. The object of the game is to stay in the game to win the game. And if you're burning all your money up playing arbitrary numbers, it's going to be hard to do that, and especially some like Texas got 4 draws, and if you're playing 4 draws trying to win. Sacramento games. I'm state specific for Illinois evening draw. You got a lot of channels that try to do everybody's different states. Mine don't work like that. Yes, I only do evening, but it works midday or evening. It works for any draw, but you have to track the actual data. Mine is a database strategy. In Sacramento, I know a lot of people do that, do Sacramento and all that. I don't do that on this channel. What this channel is applicable to is showing you how I do Illinois that you can apply to your state to find your own numbers. So I really, the 111 down, I couldn't help you even if I did the rundown on it, because you have to go back and accumulate the actual data that's going to be needed to so you'll know where your numbers stand within your state, midday or evening. Okay? So if this is your first time visiting me, if you want to go back, I have a video, tutorial video, PICK-3 for newbies, 517. You can put that in YouTube search and it'll come right up. PICK-3 for newbies, 517. And that tutorial video goes through all the process. Also on this live, I will show that video that you can stay on and watch. But that's how this works. I don't do numbers. I'm telling y'all. I know that to me, for all them states, you couldn't pay me, and I wouldn't have time to do them all and come up with the numbers that you all would need to win. These numbers are random. That's why you have to track to see the truth about what the numbers actually do, or you just totally playing for luck. Totally playing for luck. There's no method out there. There's no tic-tac-toe, no day sum, no flip, no grip. None of those strategies or arbitrary numbers going to tell you what's coming the next day. Working with the law average, you have an advantage using the law average because you can see that in a certain amount of time how long it takes the numbers to come out. And within that time, you're building a consistent bucket list of numbers that you're not looking for to play. You already have your list of numbers to play. That stops you from jumping on and off these numbers and chasing numbers. And then when you do win, and it's by luck, you have no idea why you won. You starting over every day from in first place, in number one. You don't know why you won, how you won. But with the PICK-3 at the glance strategy, we're tracking your actual numbers. You know what's going on with the numbers. You're not guessing what's going on with the numbers because you're tracking the actual database numbers. So here, we have the 409 to come in. First thing, and the 111 rundown is the only rundown that you have to do to get started. Okay? On this 409 Illinois evening draw, this could be any winning number that comes in. We're going to do the 1-1 rundown on it, okay? If you're familiar with that. All you're doing is adding 1 to the winning number to come in, to each of the winning numbers to come in, and you're going to count straight down. You're going to add 1 to the 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10, but you only use the 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, well, you stop at the 4. Same number at the bottom, you get the top, you add it correctly. Here you count straight down. You're starting with the 0. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Same number at the bottom. You get the top. You add it correctly. Again, you count straight down. 1 to 9. Again, you're going to get the 0. You count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, here's the winning number here that came in for the day. What I did, I took 22 numbers. I did the 111 rundown on these 22 numbers just like I did here and made 22 columns. And with those 22 columns, you have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations at a glance. I combine all 1,000 numbers into 22 columns that you can track and see what's going on with those numbers. All 1,000, not guessing what's going on with those numbers, but know what's going on with those numbers, okay? And any winning number that comes in will always be in those 22 columns for the singles and for the doubles. And any number, 3 separate numbers, they're called singles. If you got a number with 2 like numbers in it, if this was 990, would be a double. And then triples, all 3 numbers are the same. And these numbers here can come 6 different ways. With 3 different numbers come 6 different ways. With 2 of the same number, it could only come 3 ways, and triples could only come 1 way. Here's the workout sheet that I created to give you all 1,000 numbers, and 12 for the singles right here. I'll call them out: 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. All right? One of these base numbers will always be in the rundown. They may not be in the same order as they are here, because all these are in numerical order, and any of these numbers can come 6 different ways. So you have to look for that number. It might not be as 013, it could be 301, but you know it's the base number. So if you find the base number in the rundown, the winning number will be under that base number or the column that I got here. Okay, since we're doing the singles, that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to go here, look for the base numbers. You got 409, and I just called it the base number, and all the base numbers here got 0, and I made up not made up, but these are the base numbers I came up with after studying and tracking and doing the 1-1 rundown to find these columns, so that every number I could find, every of those singles, I know, and you'll memorize them. I know it's the 015. See here? But it shows it's 510. So if I go to the 015 column, I'll find the 409. Now, it won't show as 409 because it's going to show in numerical order like this under the 015. Okay? So we go to the 015 right here. And we're going to go down that column and we're going to mark it off. And here it is. It's showing as 904. You circle it off, bam, you're done. So you don't have to guess none of those 1,000 numbers. And you can track them. So for the whole month, I know for what column each number for the month fell off of that quick. I don't have to guess what numbers fell and how they fell. Each one of these columns represents 60 numbers. Remember I tell you all of them can come 6 different ways? See this 01, well, I used the 409 that came in. The 409 that came in, it can come in as 490. It can come as 049. It can come in as 094. And it can come in as 940. And it come in 904. Out of those 1,000 numbers, that's the only way those numbers can come in. It's 6 of them. That's on the singles. That's how the singles can come in. All right. Okay, Iris. Glad you do. Okay. See how they could come in. So all you got to do is find out what column the number is going to be under. Whatever the winning number is going to be, is going to always, when you do the 1-1 rundown and you find the base number on top, going to always be in that column that the base number is under right here. These are the rundown numbers. These are the base numbers that I came up with. These numbers don't never change. These numbers don't never change because these stay the same. This whole sheet stays the same. All you're doing is looking for the number when it came in. Now, the only thing, these are numbers of the 1,002. So if this number come in, like here, this 014 come in, all you're going to do is circle it and mark it off because you're not going to find it down here on the rundown numbers because it's the actual base number that comes in. When you do the 111 rundown on it. Like that. Any questions on that? Anybody watching got questions on that? That's just it. It's a very simple strategy, but powerful. Once you start using this sheet, it's going to open your eyes to a lot of things that you'll never see with the patterns, the grids, the root sums, the tic-tac-toes, the date cell, and all that, and the grids. You can't see that because you don't never know what these arbitrary numbers are giving you and what to do with them. This is all data based. You know what's going on with the numbers. You don't have to guess what's going on with the numbers in a simplified manner. Database strategy. I think I'm the only channel with a database strategy. Nobody has a channel like this. And I continue to scroll through YouTube to make sure nobody's trying to use my strategy without properly getting permission, because it took me a lot of work to do this. Okay, now here is pairs. Singles have 3 pairs, like this 409 has 3 different numbers, so it's going to have 3 different pairs to mark off. Single pairs, strategy number 2, single pairs. These single pairs, when I looked it up, is for the 1,000 numbers, it's 499,000 pairs or more. 499,000 pairs that you can't track using the grids, the root sums, the date sums, the tic-tac-toes, the multiple different strategies, because all they're going to show you is numbers to play. Arbitrary numbers to play. This here has 499,000 pairs, and you can track each one every time a draw come in. So when you're marking off the pairs here, you got the 04. I see that the 04 fell already for the month, but with anything I have underlined here did not fall in September. That's how I move the numbers over from month to month, and I know what pairs to move from month to month and how to play them. I'm not guessing what pairs or making up pairs to play. I know what pairs to play when I want to do a pair. Like I said, using this strategy, I realized in Michigan that the 11 pair ain't played for 340 odd days and counting, still counting. Still count. So if I was in Michigan, I'd be playing triple ones for sure. So you can build a strategy and a skill set. I'd be playing triple ones. I'd be playing 116, 166. But this is through my 30 years of tracking the numbers, knowing how I would play and building a skill set. And that would be the same thing that would be to anybody's advantage when they tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. There's no advantage to not knowing what's going on with the numbers on a database strategy. I don't care what numbers you come up with because they're all random. They're all random. Okay? So I'm going to mark off the 04 that came in. I'm going to mark off the 09. And I'm going to mark off the 49. And all of them already hit. But see here, this 04, what I'm going to show you here, this 04 didn't hit in September at all. But it didn't hit, I think, 5 times this month. Let me show you here. See how working with the law average, you can see what's going on and how the numbers catch up with themselves. Like I say, be organized. You have to be organized to see what's going on. You can't, if you just playing hit and miss, go get quick picks. That's about as good a chance you're gonna have because it's gonna be luck. But if you're gonna study and do the work that's needed to be done, we have to track the numbers. You have to track them and not just be burning up money. Because when the number don't come in, you're not been out of shape because you know why it didn't come in and what you were doing to try to win. You could understand. Now here, look here. That '04 didn't hit none here. See how these numbers work? Didn't hit none here in September, but here it came. 043, 0, 054. See that? And then it came 104. Then it come 043 again and repeat it. And then it just hit again, it's 409. That's the law average catching up with itself. Where it missed here, it's making up for the 30 days or more that it did not hit here. Hi, Scott. Glad to have you with us. Okay. And look how many times it hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's not a guess. That's a knowing. Makes a big difference. So you know what's going on in your state. It makes a big difference than guessing. And how often do I win? I'm sure people say, well, and that's a fair question. I win about 3 to 4 times out of a month, once a week. And 5 times is a good month, believe me. I play online and I get emails to verify it. I have checks to verify for this state. I don't call numbers for all them states. There's no way I'm going to tell you what's going on in your state. I can show you for you to know what's going on in your state. You can ask me, Mr. Terry, or momoneyterry, you know, as long as you call me Terry, whatever name you want to call me. I ain't particular on titles and names. As long as you come close to my name, you know, that's all I say. But it shows you what's involved. It shows you what's involved. Okay, so that there, and it show you how the techniques to using it by willing that 04 down. You would have a good month there. Using the 04, but that's not the only one. I hit 2 other 04s, but I hit other ones also, so I don't just go by that. You'll get a feel for your numbers for your state, you know. Hi, Dennis McNeil. Glad to have you with us. Glad to have you with us. Okay, see here? And the 1-1 rundown is the only one that you ever have to worry about using. Now, the next strategy that I created is the individual numbers. I want to know what position the individual numbers fall in. So at the end of the month, I know exactly what numbers are left so I can transfer them over to November. Okay. Now, so I got the 3 columns from 0 to 9. And when you refer to any of this is strategy number 1 with the singles and the doubles. This is strategy number 2. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Strategy number 3, individual numbers. The triangles 2. The individual numbers is 3. So I want to know what position each PICK-3 number fall in. So if any of these numbers don't hit, I know. And I'll know best how to use it. So let's say the 409, we see that it hit already for the month. The 0 in the middle hit already for the month. And the 9 hit already for the month on the back. So I want to pay close attention to what doesn't fall, doesn't hit around this time. That's what we got today, the 30. We got one more day left in this month, right? The 31st is Friday. See, now I know that. See, I know here all my doubles. I can see that my the 33, the 44, the 55 hadn't hit for the month yet, and the 7. Now I see that this 88 didn't hit in September already, so I got my eye on that. And this 46. See, the law average haven't caught up with these two, so now I'll know how to use them. I won't be using numbers that already showed up because the likelihood of them repeating is not that great. Okay? So working with the law average, I'm playing the overdue numbers. And see here, if you're familiar with opposite numbers or mirror numbers or sister numbers, this 3-3 and this 8-8 for doubles going into November, I'm going to be playing a close eye to this because when you have a 3-3, if it don't fall by the end of the month, one of these will more likely show up next month. The 3-3 or the 8-8. The double 3 or the double 8. Just like here, the 1-1 and the 6-6 did not fall. Both of them was underlined. They were law average. They caught up for the month. See what I'm saying? This is how you build your strategy and your skill set off your actual data, database numbers, not guessing. Same way with these columns. If I get a column don't hit in 2 months or 3 months, this is where I'm getting my numbers from. I don't have to guess where I'm getting numbers from and building my bucket list. I'm coming off of this column. Then when something hit off the column, I already know it ain't showed up for 2 months. Then I'll stay on this column. Because usually if it don't hit by that time, 2 or 3 more numbers is going to repeat off of that column. See what I'm saying? This is how you build your bucket list of numbers without guessing. Because numbers don't bring numbers. Pet numbers can take 15 years and never show up like 1, 2, 3. Numbers don't travel. They might look like it's only 1,000 of them. They look like they might go from state to state, but they don't. If they do travel, what do you know? How you know it's going to come to your state, and how would you use it? Numbers don't bring numbers. You'll find out that a lot of stuff that you're doing here is not really applicable or pliable when you start tracking. Like I said, Michigan got 11 pair. Ain't showed up. I'm saying in 340 days, y'all. And I'm going to try to get on what's that? Bet anything, so I can play that 1-1 pair in Michigan. I'm definitely if it don't come before I get to get on there, because I don't really like playing on all them states. But you know, that's the only thing I'd be playing because I ain't gonna do is the work involved. But this was pointed out. And if I see something like that where 1-1 pair ain't played for, I'm gonna play triple ones, and gonna probably if I play it all year. Every time I get a chance, I play it $1 straight, $2 straight, $3 straight. A 1-1 pair, will it? I'll do everything with 1-1. I'm gonna be doing in Michigan midday. I ain't talking about evening, because this is applicable to what you're tracking. And it could show evening, but that won't make me get off of it for midday because it showed evening, because I know why I'm playing the number. So I won't get off the number. Okay? Like here, I can see for the month, all the zeros played, all the ones have played, all the twos have played, all the threes have played, all the fours have played, all the fives have played. The 6 on the front ain't played. The 7 on the back ain't played. The 8 on the back ain't played. And that's it. Okay. For the month. And we still got today and tomorrow, so one of these could possibly show up. I'm not guessing. I know what's going on at a glance, what's going on with all the numbers. And now I have the front pair and back pair. This is strategy one, two, three, front pair and back pair. I want the front pair and back pair of a number. Like this 409 that came in. The 40 is the front pair of the number. Front pair. And the 09 is the back pair of the number. Now, the strategy for this is totally different than the single pair. The single pair, you can wheel it to come all the way down. But the back, front, and back pair is just to know what front pairs and back pairs are left so you'll know how to play them. Okay, so we're going to go to that, and then I'll explain a little bit more in detail here. Okay, and see if the 409 fell. Okay. We want to do to the 40, see it fell already for the year. This is a yearly sheet. The numbers at the top and the bottom are the same for the front pair and the back pair. So the 40 has fallen for the year. And on the back, we're going to go here. The 09 has fallen for the year. You see that? No guesswork. None at all. Now, here, after that, and it's this time of the year, November, December, and January are my heavy hitting months, working with the law average. Now I have narrowed the numbers down for the year to the best numbers that I can play, not the ones that have been played already, but the ones that haven't played. And here's my bucket list. When I call a bucket list of numbers, these are my bucket list of numbers that I'll play. Because now I have accumulated the numbers to win off of, not guessing what numbers to win off of. Working with the law average, I know what numbers I'm playing to win off of. This 018 and this 563 hasn't failed. This 129 and 674 hasn't failed. They're opposites of each other. Usually, when it's time of year, one or the other normally will come out. These two have came out already. So, but they still, I'm still gonna carry them because I know they only hit. Well, this 413 and this 314, which I hit, came twice, but I know the likelihood they possibly could hit 3 times out of the year. So I would probably keep these here, play them, but I'm definitely going to play these. These would be my everyday carry. The ones that haven't hit yet are going to be my everyday carry. Either going to be straight box one day, 50-cent box, all of them one day. Straight box one day, 50-cent box, all of them. Now, if one of these hit, and when one of them hit, then I'm going to load up on these straight box more. And invest more money in these numbers here because I know they haven't hit and what's going on with them. The likelihood of them coming in is great. Oh yeah, that 100, that 100 and is due, and its opposite ain't played this month too. To pick, hello pick. It did 556 ain't played this year. I'm sure it played last year in November. Was it December? November. I can't remember far back like I used to. But yeah, that's definitely, that you'll see. Yeah, this here definitely play these here, and this one here. Either play them straight box one day, 56 box one day, and then when one of them hit, because they my everyday carry, I'll load up when I hit and reinvest that money into these numbers here. That's my everyday carry for the rest of the year. And when I got extra money, I'm loading up on this. I'm not chasing numbers every day and getting a bunch of different numbers to play. Yeah, what box combo? Yeah, oh yeah. It's your budget, whatever your budget allows you to do. But I like to load up after I win. So yeah, and then the same thing with the front pair and the back pair. See here, I have tracked all the numbers for the front pairs and the back pairs to see what's going on with them and how I would play them. I know this 17 here ain't fell in 23, I guess going on 23 months now, probably more. But that's one of my daily carry on the front pair. And with it, I know that this 576, I mean it's 76, the 75 and the 76 haven't played. So them two are my daily carry numbers. Yeah. Mhm. These are my daily carry numbers. And then to go with that, I know that pairs, the chances of hitting them are better than hitting the pick 3 number. I know that this 27 pair hasn't failed on the front. This 37 already hit, but only once on the front. The 73 hasn't hit yet, and it's 97. So I would play these two here straight box, like I was saying, and I'm going to play anything with a 7 in the position that it hasn't fallen for 50 cent. And then I'm going to play these two 50 cent on the back. So when the 7 come, you know the two numbers I'm going to load. If that next day, I'm going to load up on 175 and 176. I'm reinvest into that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that pick and play. See that? This is database tracking. And I see that the 5-5 on the front ain't hit all year. And if I play this, if I play these here, I mean, you can budget how you want to budget and how you want to play it. But see this here, this 5-5, I play these straight box just like they are, and that 5-5 on the front, a dollar on the front. So just anything with a 5-5 on the front, say this 5-5-6, and this 5-5-7 don't come in. Anything with a 5 on the front, I'll win. Then I'll load up back on this 5-5-6 and 5-5-7. That way, I'm not jumping on and off my numbers because I know why I'm playing my numbers and what my end goal is to hit one of these and their opposites. Because I know the 5-5 hasn't failed on the front. And you know, any of these numbers that don't hit here, I'll carry them over to 2026. And those will be basically my main numbers to play all the way into 2026. Like I say, I carry them November, December, and January, my heavy hitting months. Waiting on the law average to kick in before I don't go back. I don't want to go into 2026 looking for numbers to play when I already carry my numbers from year to year. I carry my numbers from year to year. And by that time they about due and they come in. I don't pick up a whole bunch of more numbers like that. And by the time you start tracking, you'll see the best numbers to play, the best numbers, how to arrange them to hit, things like that as you go. Study more than you play. You know what I'm saying? If you got something that's working for you and you want to stick with that, stick with it. But I'm going to say it's luck and luck runs out. This here, I know what's going on. Now you can apply them both with that. Like that. So, any questions? Well, thank you. Yeah, I like doing it on paper. Yeah, and it's only like I said, 2 sheets. You can track them. Mm-hmm. Any questions, anybody? If not, what I'm going to do is put my tutorial video on until until YouTube find me my audience, and you can ask questions. Oh, you welcome, Irish. Can I pick 26? Cameron, can I pick 26? I'm not understanding what you're saying about can you pick 26? What is that guy? Guys, can you explore a question? I don't know. You see so many numbers and you pick 26. You pick 26. I don't know where you're seeing a 26 unless you're talking about the front pair and back pairs. I got a 36. Unless it's looking like a 26. This is pick 3. So it's not the pick. It's not. This is to demonstrate something else. It's not something where you just pick the numbers off of. I'm sorry if you. I don't know if you're thinking it's a prize or something, but this is pick 3. I'm going to put on a tutorial video. You can look at it. It's going to go into detail pretty much what I said, but I just showed. You might have came on late. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What's going on? Mm-hmm. This is a tutorial I have here. Own numbers in your own state. That's how PICK-3 at a glance is set up. That puts you in the winner's circle. Welcome, PICK-3 at a glance family and first-time viewers. How's everybody today? I know it's hot everywhere. Hot. Okay, today is August the 23rd, 2023. Missouri evening draw, specialized Missouri evening draw, but PICK-3 at a glance works anywhere in the country or around the world where they use 1,000 numbers. for PICK-3. Okay, and we're the home of no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no root sums, no grids, no flips, no multiple different rundowns. All right, because we track your own numbers in your own state. That's how PICK-3 at a glance is set up. That puts you in the winner circle. All righty. So what we do is take 22 numbers. We do 1-1 run, 1-1-1. That's 3-1, but you know, this 1-1-1-1 rundown. Thank you. Take those 22 numbers, do 1-1-1 rundown on them, and you have all 1,000 numbers and a possible combination that you can track all 1,000 numbers at a glance. And that way you can track your own numbers for your own state. Also, you'll always know why you playing your numbers. You won't have to go anywhere looking for numbers because you're tracking the actual 1,000 number for your state. And all those numbers are going to run different. They run different one year to the next year. So you have to track your own numbers for your own state. That's how PICK-3 at a glance was come about for me, because I was following everybody else and looking at everybody else's number and what they were doing instead of looking at my own numbers and realizing what they were doing. And they ain't close to nobody else's numbers, I'm telling you. The numbers cross paths. There's 1,000 numbers. There's 50 something odd states, 53 states. And they all are different, but they cross paths. There's only 1,000 numbers. You got some states with 4 draws, some with 3 draws, some with 2 draws, some with 1 draw. They all gonna cross paths, but that don't mean they all running the same. The only way you're gonna know what's going on in your state with your number is in your own house, tracking your own numbers. Hi, okay? Sneakers. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know it, but I was losing until I came up with PICK-3 at a glance. So the proof is in the pudding. That's all I can tell you. When you start using it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. All you're going to need to do is collect a little data 6 months back or either. Glad to have you with us. Back. But once you get the numbers lined up, it's going to be a walk through the park, because you'll be able to see what's going on with your own numbers in your own state. And when you miss a number, you know why you miss it, that one off and all those stuff. It ain't because you know one off, it's because you didn't know why you wasn't playing your numbers in the first place. That's the one off. Once you start using PICK-3 at a glance to see where these numbers are dropping from and how they're falling, you'll always know why you missed your number. And you can't play all 1,000 numbers, or you wouldn't be playing PICK-3 if you could. So we need to stop fooling ourselves and get real. Track the 1,000 numbers, build your bucket list of numbers that you possibly play, stick to a budget, play consistently as much as possible, and you'll get in the winner circles, and you'll know why you got there. So what I'm going to have here, yesterday's number was 323 that came in, okay? So I'm going to show you all how to find the 232 on the master sheet with the 22 numbers with the 1-1 rundown on them. And it's fairly easy to do. All right? Okay, we'll take this down. And we're going to get this show on the road, y'all. Get this show on the road. Make everybody winners. All right, again, play responsibly. Don't blow your money trying to hit these numbers the next day. It ain't set up like that. It's set up for you to track the numbers and catch the numbers. Don't try to hit the numbers, let the numbers hit you, and you'll be able to do it. Because you'll be able to see what's going on with the numbers in your state. So here we have PICK-3 at a glance. The winning number that came in Missouri evening draw yesterday, August 22nd, 2023, was 323. We're going to take the 1-1 rundown here and use it. It's the best rundown ever, because it helped me make this PICK-3 at a glance master sheet. All right? So, and it's the only one you're going to ever need to do on any winning number that comes in your state. You don't have to do that 646, that 317. That they can make a rundown out of any of those 1,000 numbers except for triple zeros. And when you get through, you're going to have a whole bunch of random numbers that are not in numerical order, canonical order, numerical order. But let me get going here, because I'll get on my soapbox here on you. But I won't do that. I want you to keep your ears open. Okay, now,
you're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers that came in, the 3, 2, 3. You're going to add 1 to the 3, you get 4. Add 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you're going to get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10. But in lottery math, you don't use the 1, you just use the 0 in the 1's place. And then 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 2 is 3. Same number at the bottom, you got at the top. Simple. All you're doing is adding 1 to the numbers, and you're going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got the 0, and then you just go 1, 2. Same number at the top, same number at the bottom. Can't get too much simpler than that, even for me. Okay, that's why I came up with it, because it's simple. Add 1 to the 3 again, you're going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Same number at the top, same number at the bottom. So what we're looking for is this 3, 2, 3 on the master sheet here. All right? And what column it's in. And on those 22 numbers that I'm talking about, you have your singles and you have your doubles. Okay? The single numbers is 12 of them. And they are 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. That's 12 of them. All right? That's going to make up the 12 columns that's on this master sheet. Then on the doubles, since the double came in, you got the 01, the 001, and doubles are PICK-3 numbers with 2 like numbers, like 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 000, 011, 022, 033, 044. All right, now the deal is, whenever winning number comes in your state, you do the 1-1 rundown on it, whether it's a single or a double. One of these base numbers is going to always be in that rundown. If it's a single, one of these numbers is going to be in that rundown. Same with the doubles. They might not be in the same order, but they'll be in the rundown. So you need to find this base number to know what column it's in. Okay, like this here, the 011 is the base number, see? 011. And that's column 7. So when you do the 1-1 rundown on the winning number, you're going to look for this 011 in that rundown. And you go down, and there it is, but it's 101. Same number, because they can doubles only come 3 different ways. Singles come 6 different ways. Same number though, okay? So when you go to the 011 on the master sheet here, we're going to go to column 7 on the doubles and find the 011, and we're just going to mark it off, okay? I hope I'm not confusing you. This is column 7. You're going to always find the base number, I don't care if it's a double or single, in the rundown. Might not be in the same order, because, see, if 232 had a fail and you did the 1-1 rundown on it, you'd got the 011. Or if it's 332, if the winning number changed position, then the base number is going to match the same position doing the 1-1 rundown. Okay. I think that's fine. While I'm putting this together, hit got it, and let me know you got it in the comment section. Appreciate it. I'm working hard to try to make it easy and everybody can understand it. And the best way for me to know that you're getting it is just take a second and hit got it and give it a thumbs up, and that'll help me get this out to as many people as possible. Okay. So what we're going to do here, now we're going to go to column 7 on that 323 that came in Missouri Union Draw. We go down, we mark it off. Bam, you got it. All right, all 1,000 numbers is right here. At a glance, I consolidated it, make it easy and simple on everybody, so they'll know how to find their own numbers in their own state. Stop chasing all those different numbers. You ain't gonna see it on the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the multiple different rundowns, the root sums, date sums. You're just not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna get a bunch of random numbers that is not in numerical order that you're gonna even know why you're playing the numbers. That's where I was making my mistake. I was just chasing numbers thinking I knew what, guessing and feeling what number might come in. And that works sometimes. But luck, and it's all luck, luck runs out. Luck runs out, y'all. But this will never run out because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All of them in numerical order. Each column, numerical order. All right? And when you're looking at a column here, you're not looking at just 10 numbers. You got to realize in numerical order, you got 60 numbers you're looking at that's making up those 1,000 numbers on each one of those columns on the singles. So if one of these columns don't fall in 2 months, 3 months, you know you got 60 numbers you know ain't failed in 3 months. So when you do hit, you know that, hey, I'm going to column 1, pull some numbers off of that tree. Or this tree ain't hit in 3 months. Or this tree ain't hit in 4 months. Or this tree ain't hit in 2 months. You ain't playing a whole bunch of random numbers that you're pulling out the air and out the sky and everywhere. You're looking at each and every one. Reason being, now we're getting 1,000 numbers. I already said you're looking at 60 numbers on each column. It's 12 columns, all right? 12 times 60. Let me make sure it's lined up so you can see what I'm talking about. I just kicked it. Yeah, that's how that goes. You know, I'm the cameraman, so y'all don't fire my cameraman. I'm the cameraman, okay? Now, 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers. Okay, beat that, child. 12 columns, you got 760 of those 1,000 you're looking at. Now, also, you got doubles. You got, that comes 3 different ways. Those 10 numbers come 3 different ways. You got 30 numbers you're looking at. But you got 9 of them. You got the triples here that only can come one way. You can only get 10 of those. Now, 9 times 30 gives you 270. You see that magical numbers? I like that. When I seen that and figured that out, I'm like, ooh, there's something magical about that to me. 720 plus 270 gives you 990. Easy math, add up. I love easy math. I only got through pre-algebra, but that's as far as I wanted to go. Telling y'all, as far as I wanted to go with math, and I got through it. Okay? Now, and it didn't take me have to have no trigonometry to put this together, believe me. So you got the 10 straight triples, and you had 10 to the 990. You got that 1,000 numbers. Man, I was hopping up and down for joy. I said, oh, I can add a little bit. Now, this 1 in the 1,000 ain't gonna never change. Okay? Ain't gonna never change. And these numbers, in numerical order, working by the law of average, ain't gonna never change. You only gonna get a third of those 1,000 numbers if you played a different number every day for the year. Here, reality check. You got 1,000 numbers. 365 days in a year. Okay? With those 365 days in a year, if you play a different number every day, you still got 635 numbers you ain't gonna touch. You ain't gonna have no idea why you're playing them, unless you're using this sheet and you actually tracking them. If you ain't got an actual one way to check them 1,000 numbers, you ain't gonna know why you playing your number. And if you don't know why you playing your number at the PICK-3 in the glass strategy, you shouldn't be playing the number. That's all I can tell you. You can do what you want to do. But this has changed the game for me. It changed the game for me greatly. Okay. Another beautiful thing about all this here beautiful stuff here, that as I was putting it together and looking at it and playing and actually winning better, I'm going to say that. And I say, oh man, each one of these columns got its opposite and mirror in it. That's when I was a little bit more advanced and losing so much money. I had to hurry up and get me some real good knowledge. And I started learning about mirrors and opposite numbers before I came up with my sheet. I said, oh man, look at this. This is good. So this is how you work the mirrors. I'm going to explain mirrors to you because you need to know that and understand it if you're a beginner. And if you've been around a long time and if you don't know what mirrors and opposite is, then how you doing? I'm here to teach you. Okay? So here it is. You got 1,000 numbers. Okay? You're dividing them in half. Okay? Let's say the top numbers is triple zeros to 499. And the bottom number on this number line is 500 to 999. That's your 1,000 numbers. So we saying the top numbers is the opposite of the bottom numbers, and the bottom numbers are opposite of the top numbers. Okay, they say a 0 opposite 5, a mirror of a 5. A 5 is a mirror of 0. 1 is a mirror of a 6, 6 is a mirror of 1. 2 is a mirror of 7, 7 is a mirror of 2. 3 is a mirror of 8, 8 is a mirror of 3. 4 is a mirror of a 9, 9 is a mirror of 4. And the other terms you can say is same as or opposite.
Hey, BLZ.
It's the mirror, it's the same as the or opposite. Some people on YouTube say they the flip of. Those are two different terminology on PICK-3. And that's very confusing because it had me all screwed up when people were saying flips, because I started off with my channel interchanging flips and mirrors, and they're totally opposite. Don't let that confuse you, because I don't want to confuse you, but I'm gonna stick on this. But don't look up flips and make sure you understand the difference between flips and mirrors, okay? Because I don't want to get on that line and start confusing people. Okay, but if you don't know, just put in the comment and I'll explain it to you in the comments. The difference between flips and mirrors, okay? Now, say you play 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7, they just played the opposite number of what you was playing. Okay, because reason, 0 mirrors a 5, 5 mirrors a 0, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 2 mirrors a 7, 7 mirrors a 2. That's what happened. Then, let's say you played 7, 8, 9, and the lottery played 2, 3, 4. They just played the mirror of what you was playing. Now, that's the beauty of this sheet, because this sheet's got all the numbers opposite and mirroring each other. Each column, each double, got all the numbers that mirror and opposite each other. Can't beat that, folks. All at a glance. The power's in your hand. You ain't got to guess on nothing, unless you ain't got nothing to do, or you pick one of the numbers with your eyes closed. That's all I can tell you. That's all I'm going to say, y'all. This is too easy. Okay, now, what you got here, remember I said 0, 1, 2? The mirror of that 0, 1, 2 is 5, 6, 7. This 1, 2, 3, the mirror of it is 6, 7, 8, and so on and so forth on each column. 0, 1, 3, the mirror it is 5, 6, 8. 5 mirrors a 0, 0 mirrors a 5, 1 mirrors a 6, 6 mirrors a 1, 3 mirrors a 8, 8 mirrors a 3. You know why that's powerful? Say you got one of these columns that ain't, and you've been tracking, and you got a column which will happen, might not hit in 3 months or 4 months, and as you have marked off some of the numbers on this column, and you see that the 016 and this mirror, 012, I'm talking a little fast, forgive me, the 012 and its opposite, the 5, 6, 7, ain't hit, you definitely want to play those two, working by the law of average, because 9 out of 10, you got the top and the bottom half of the 1,000 that didn't play. You can get a column that ain't played in 4 months, and it's not a regular, but if you track it, you're going to see it. You ain't guessing it. You have the 012, which happens to me. The 1, 2, 3, the 5, 6, 7, and the 6, 7, 8 don't show up. You're definitely going to play those 4. But me, normally, I'll play the whole column. If I find a column I ain't played in 4 months, when I hit, I know where to go get my numbers. I'll play this whole column straight box. And it depends on how much money I got. I might play at $1 straight 50-cent box for a couple of days. Or if I'm on it, I'm going to play it for 3 months. I'll play it for as long as it takes to a hit. That's why I say play them till they come make that money, y'all. Cause I know why I'm playing the numbers. I ain't guessing my numbers. None of them. But play responsibly. And you can do it because you track the actual numbers. You know when to cut back. Play it. Because you ain't just pulling numbers, and then when you miss a number, you're all mad because you don't even know why you was playing the number in the first place. That's what happened to me. I'm laughing at you, laughing at y'all, I'm laughing at me. When I'm laughing at y'all, I ain't laughing at y'all, I'm laughing at the stuff I used to do, okay? Because it's funny to me. But when I got this here going, I just hit the 323. I showed y'all. I just called it out. And I ain't telling my people play no numbers midday and evening. I ain't tracking midday. I'm tracking evening. Evening is hitting because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, and I know why I'm trying to, now, don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna be able to play all these 1,000 numbers. You ain't gonna be able to play, but you can track them and put them in order. Like I say, if you know this column ain't hitting for a month, and you see the 012 and a 567 didn't play, that's gonna be your two numbers to play. If you don't play the whole column, 50-cent box or $1 box, but you playing the actual numbers. You ain't pulling numbers from everywhere in all different arrangements. Look, if you play, you use the date sums, the grids, the flips, multiple different numbers. When they get through, they got a whole bunch of different numbers in any kind of order that they know where you're gonna know why you playing those numbers. Nobody in nobody state, nobody country, nobody in the world gonna know how they playing and why. I've been there and I'm doing it. I've done it. This here you will always know, and it's gonna be in order where you can see it. Off this one sheet, it's a good 90% of what you're gonna need to know to get in the winner's circle. And I'm you know, this is a gift, okay? It was a gift to me. I'm sharing it with the world. I always wouldn't know how I was gonna share this. And guess what, y'all? I'm here sharing it on YouTube. My buddies almost laughed me out their house when I told them I was gonna get on YouTube and start showing this thing. Say, what you know about some YouTube? It's 70 years old plus. I said, I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, and I'm giving it a shot, y'all. So bear with me. Bear with me. All right. I'm trying to. I want you all not to go through what I went through with this PICK-3. Because PICK-3 is the only one I do. Because PICK-3 is teachable, trackable, and doable. And it's got the best odds. It's got 30% of a chance for you of winning the numbers. The PICK-4, 1 in 10,000 odds, only got like a 0.3% chance of you winning. And Lord help you what the odds is with a PICK-5. PICK-3 is where I put my money in. That's why I got a little extra money. And at my age, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't chase women. So I got a little extra money I can lose. That if I have to, I'm in good shape, y'all. Believe me. I'm getting on this crazy soapbox, but I'm gonna go on, y'all. I'm going on with this. I'm going on. I feel good about this. I like this. I can share something with somebody that I got faith in, and I understand, and I can explain it. Like I said, I can explain this in 30 minutes to anybody. All my strategies. I got 3 more strategies after this I'm gonna show you, and they're all simple, but they're all very powerful if you use it. And if you're losing your money and you don't use it, then just put a comment in there and tell me why you ain't using it and you losing your money. Then I might agree with you. Okay, but I don't know. But you show me where your guess is better than this. Than check the actual 1,000 numbers. Please let me. I want to be the first to know. Just comment me, do something. Come knock on my door and tell me what you got going on. All right, now. Let me get off of that one. Now, this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you the other 3 simple strategies. Simple. And when you comment, this strategy number 1. Okay, right here, the master sheet is strategy number 1. These here, let me make sure you can see them. Let the cameraman line it up here for a minute. That looks pretty good. All right, yeah, I think I got everything going there. Now, and I put this together, y'all. Y'all like this? It's pretty neat, ain't it? I put all this together. I ain't no engineer, nothing neat, man. I don't know. I just put it together. Just came to me. This board and all this, I'll put it together. Now look. Strategy number 2, when you make comments, say strategy 2, I'll know what you're talking about. Strategy 3, I'll know what you're talking about. Strategy 4, I'll know what you're talking about. All right? Just got a comment today. Somebody thought that strategy 2 and strategy 4 were the same. They're totally different. Okay? 2 and 4 is different. Each one of these strategies is different. So, this here is to track the single pairs, which is powerful. You know how long it took a pair to hit. Last year I had a 38 pair didn't hit in 128 days, but I hit it when it came. I didn't carry it that long, but you always have your eye on the numbers to hit. When you hit, you ain't guessing. 38 pair left, and I hit it, 38, okay? Didn't hit in 120 days. Who would have thunk it? Right now, I'm tracking a 92 back pair that ain't hit in 2 years. How you gonna know that with tic-tac-toe, dates, some grids, and all those different? But it's not hard to do with the PICK-3 at a glance system, because you're just glancing at the paper and looking and follow them as you mark them off. Ain't no tic-tac-toe, dates, some grids, and none of that. All you're doing is just marking off numbers. I'm gonna show you. Okay, the 323 that came in, what you want to do is do the 23 and the 33 double. The 23 and the 33 double. All right? That's because you got only two numbers that are different. Now, if you say you had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you're going to do the 12, the 13, and the 23. Because you got 3 different numbers. Okay? 12, 13, and 23. If a triple comes in, like what triple we have already this year? I can't, let's see, what triple? I'm just going to make a triple anyway. Say triple twos. I think it was triple zeros is the only one that came in evening. Yeah, I know it's triple zeros now. Triple zeros, you just going to mark off the 2 zeros for the triples. That's for single pair, okay? That's what you're looking for. It's a single pair that ain't failed, so that you can make that single pair if you do a wheel on it. Let's say that the 12 didn't come in for a month. If I'm playing it and I need to look at pairs I want to play, I'll do a wheel on it, and I'll play it as 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, all the way down to 1, 2, 9. See what I'm saying? 50-cent box or whatever, just to get enough change to keep me in the game if I need be. Or if I know, like I told you, that 38 didn't fall for 120 days, I'd run that all straight box. But, okay, I'd run that all straight box. But I use the front pair and back pair and really know how to run it. Okay, I'm going to get to that front pair and back pair to know what way I'm going to run that, okay? And I'm explaining that front pair and back pair to you in a minute, though. But that's how I would do that, okay? Just like that. That's why it's important for you to know where your single pairs are at, okay? Always. You need to know what, this here tells you where every number is at. We're going to tell you where your single pair, it's going to tell you where your front pair, back pair is, it's going to tell you where your single digit is, it's going to tell you what column your numbers falling off of. Your numbers are falling off of. Another thing, this here is my single number positioning. Okay, what it is, like this 323 that just came in, I'm going to mark the 3 off on the front, the 2 in the middle, and the 3 on the end. Okay, you got that? Now at the end of the month, let's say after I mark all these numbers, when the numbers come in, you're gonna have you might have 1 left, you might have 2 left in different positions, but at least you know where they are. Usually, what I look for, if one of these numbers didn't play on the front or 1 didn't play on the back, I'll do the wheel on it, like I was saying here. On that, I really don't play if a number don't fall in the middle. In the wheel, let's say, like here, this 192 is my daily number, carry number. That's momoneyterry going to the bank number. Yeah, baby, that's the number. Yeah, when y'all see that number fall mature evening, just clap and just hit the thing, congratulate me. I ain't gonna take no bows, but you know where I'm coming from. Okay, right here, look, there's 192. That 92 ain't fell on the back in 2 years. I'm still, look, I know that normally on average, within 14 to 15 months out, that one of that front or back gonna fall. But this one ain't failing. I'm beginning to think something wrong with that computer system. I really am. But I'm playing it. I'm playing it till it comes. Okay? I'm doing the wheel on it, just like I was telling you about this 120. I'm playing 092, 192, 292, 392, 492, all the way down. But here, let me get back on track. I don't want to confuse y'all. If I'm confusing you, let me know. If I'm talking too fast, whatever. I got thick skin. You ain't gonna make me go to my room and cry. None of that stuff. I'm a big boy now. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Okay. Now, this is what we have. When you get through marking them off, hear me good now, whatever number you have left that you didn't mark off, you know where to put your number. Okay, say I didn't mark this 2 off for the month, and I know 192 is my number to play. I'm definitely going to play it as 219 straight box and 291 straight box to hit them straight. See, all of this is going to empower you to hit straight without guessing, because you're going to know everything about the numbers. So I definitely play 192, 219. That's my daily carry number. As I'm tracking, I'm looking, and 291. And say the one, well, I'm going to leave it like that. And if you got any questions, you'll see what I'm saying. If it don't fall on whatever number you playing, this is why it's important for you to know what number fell in the middle did fall. You don't really want to say just play a cold single number. Just play that cold single number. You want to match this number with a number that you playing. You want to match these with a number that you playing, so you'll know where to play your number if the 2 didn't fall on the front. You're just going to switch off, play your regular number, but play 219 and 291. Now here's the thing. This is a yearly. You're going to check this off yearly. Okay? Or the 6 months. But you need to further, if you're tracking and eliminating numbers to go back to January to catch your sheet up, if you got a lot of numbers left, that means you got to go back for other. And the more numbers you eliminate, the more you're going to be able to see the play that's left over. Because remember, we're working off what's left. We ain't trying to, hit was already came. If numbers 1 are out, you're going to be able to see them. Them the ones you're going to hit. That's how I hit the 323 and the 400 and 044. And I've hit 10 times this month now, I'm telling you. I ain't trying to brag about this because I'm tracking the actual numbers. Some in the hundreds of dollars, some in the hundreds of dollars, some $50, but I've done pretty good. Okay? Now here, with this 323. 3-2 on the front, you're going to go to 3-2 on the front, mark it off, and 2-3 on the back. You're going to go to 2-3 on the back and mark it off. That's powerful, because as you go through the year, as long as you're playing, and you marking off the front and back pair, whatever front pair and back pair, you know what's left. You ain't guessing. So let's say I'm going to do a triple, for example. I don't play triples all year. I don't chase no triples. I only play triples if they ain't filled up to December. Then I'll look at playing some triples. November, December. That's the only time I play triples. If they don't hit by December, 9 out of 10, I won't play them. I might play them in January. I ain't sure. But I got to be seeing what's hadn't hit on the front pair and the back pair. Let's say 000 didn't fall on the front. Double 0 didn't fall on the front. And 00 didn't fall on the back. So these numbers are the same, top and bottom. Then I'm going to play 000. It makes sense. If the 00s ain't fell on the front all year, and in your state, and 00s ain't fell in the back all year, then call me. I'll play them for you. I'll play them for you. The likelihood of 000s coming is a given. Or if 111 front and 111 back, call me. I'll play the 111s for you. I tell you, I'll play them for you. That's how I just won in 2022. I hit the triple A's. 8 front hadn't back and 8 back hadn't failed. But I don't play them all year. I read these numbers and let them tell me pretty much what triple to play. Now, the beauty of this, you can always make numbers up. Say, and that's how I made them. Let's say the 3-0 front didn't fall and the 0-3 back didn't fall all year. My number is 0-3-0-3. And see, these numbers that don't hit, you're going to transfer them over into the next year. Now, you'll carry these over into the next year. Because by law average, they're going to show up. All right? I used to not carry. I used to start all over from scratch. After filling this sheet out, I used to start all over from scratch. And as I start the next year, like 2024, I would have started all this new. I said, and then I started realizing that the numbers that didn't fall last year was hitting the next year. And that's when I started really getting more in the winner circle. Because I said, oh man, that's how it works. Because I was always thinking they starting over new, but they ain't how it goes. The law average ain't starting over new. Them numbers got to roll out because they all got to change positions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 ways that a single can come, any single, those numbers throughout the year change positions. Same way with doubles. The 3 ways that it can come, those numbers change position. Like I'm gonna use the doubles example. 2 gonna change position and not be on the front and be in the middle. Let me do this better. Let's do this better right here. 3, 2. Let me just erase this here. Make it easy, y'all. 3, 2, 3 came in, right? 2 through the year, or how long it might take a while. 2, 3, 3 on the doubles especially, gonna change position, and then it's gonna change the other position of 3, 3. Oops, I said 3 and put a 2 there. How you do that? 3, 3, 2. See, they all have to change position. The same way on the singles that the 6 way they can come, they have to change positions. It could take 3 years for those numbers to change position and change their way out. You know that in Missouri, that 356 that just failed? I'm pretty sure that thing hadn't failed since 2005. Because I got data all the way back to 2005. So if you ain't tracking numbers and you're paying that 356, you wasted your money. You can't waste your money this way by tracking because you know what A failed and half failed. You don't know what half failed and what haven't failed. Front pair and back pair, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed.
Mm-hmm.
Single digits, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take this down from now for y'all right quick. And the baby here, my PICK-3 glass sheet, you're going to always know what failed and what haven't failed. Just looking at 22 little baby columns. Can't get no simpler than this, y'all. Can't get no simpler. And some of y'all, the numbers going to line up right in your states. Already people are hitting thousands on me. Okay? Because I'm getting, they let me know. But the thing is, they track it and they're doing the work. They're beginning to understand the strategy that you got to know why you're playing your numbers in order to win and get in the winning circle. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of folks with this PICK-3 game dying on the vine with these random numbers that they're giving out. But I'll be here to stay because I can explain it, and I ain't gonna tell you to play no random numbers, and I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you I'm playing your numbers when I done gave you everything you need to do it for yourself. If you can't do it for yourself, I don't do no time as far as checking numbers for no states because I know what's involved. Nobody got time. Ain't nobody can track all these different states and say what's coming in a state. I don't even think if they had a computer to do it with, unless they have my strategy. Now, if they put my strategy together, which I'm thinking, I'm trying to hope to put it together on my app somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Just like I didn't know how I'm gonna do this, where you just put the number in and it does all the steps for you that I'm going through right now for your state. Man, that'd be to catch me out. Oh, that'd be to catch me out. Oh, that'd be to catch me out. That's thinking ahead. Might be able to.
All right. Anybody got any questions on here? Anything they might want to see, might want answered? Don't be shy. I know it's quite a few viewers because I don't know if you can't comment or what it is, but normally it's quite a few viewers on here. I can answer any questions. Yeah, yes, they did, huh? I think that 669 came out before again, didn't it, B? They get it came midday already once. Unless I was looking at another state or something, just messing around. But it might have came out already. Yeah. Okay. Hey, more power to them. Now I would play that 114 back at them though. I probably would for tomorrow. I definitely would. I definitely would. Man, you know what I'm saying? I shoot it right back at them. 114. Yeah. Uh, combo at 50 cent, and yeah, I can see them. I can see that happening. Or the 911 and definitely the 611 for sure. You know. Okay. That 966. It had it on the 25th. So that's a repeat. Yeah, the 114 today. Okay. Well, I would definitely shoot that 114 back at them though, and the 911 and the 611, cause the ones ain't showed up yet. Cause all I'd be like I say, just dealing with them ones. Like, let me see. Let me look at Michigan here and see what's see what they tripping with. See what they doing here. Let me see something. Mm. Then they had that what they have evening. They had that 664, huh? Then they did the 669. Interesting. Let me go back up here and see what Michigan doing. Oh, they had, yeah, that's what I've seen, and it played that 966, like you say, on the 25th. Mm-hmm. 5 dimes. We played for that evening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I still shoot that 116 back at them. I mean that 114, the 116, and the 911 for sure. Yeah. They already played the 912. Let's see. Let me look at it. And I would look at that 011 because they played 010 for the first number of the month. They might bring that 11 back with that 0. So that's what I would look at. That 011 too. Yeah. The 01 came with that 017, and that 017 repeated again, didn't it? became 170. That's interesting. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go back and check that machine and see something was wrong with them ones on midday somehow. For it not to have failed all this time. One front on the first. Possibility, 5 dimes. Because it ain't failed on the front or the back. So, hey, that's why I say triple ones. Unless you, the way you're gonna make sure you get it is wheel it all the way down. For right now, um, I don't know what the 1-1 front and 1-1 back is. The status of it, I haven't went that deep into it. Well, like I said, you ain't did the 1-1, so we know what the status is. They ain't fell in front or the back for right now. So that's all I can say. I'd combo a box, $1 box it, or combo because you just don't have nothing there other than playing a 50 cent box straight down. Yeah. And load up on the triple ones. Yeah. And put them on the front. I just don't see nothing different. Nothing that really sticks out. When, cause I had never seen a double not playing a whole year almost. And don't have nothing to go off of. Yeah. I definitely played 9-1-1, 6-1-1. And I would even play that, like I said, that 0-1-1. See how many times they play that 6. Ooh, boy, they got some, they got some Michigan. Hmm, Michigan. Yeah, I'd definitely shoot that 0-1-1 at them. That 0-1-1, I'd shoot at them. And definitely play them for tomorrow, last day of the month. They'll do you. They'll have, let's see. They think people fall off. Oh, the last day of the month, ain't no one's going to show. And throw them right out on the very last day of the month. They fooled me like that before. Play a number to the very last day, and then I say I ain't gonna play it, and there it come. Nope, I play all the way through. Cause they played that 9-9-6 and then played the 6-6-9. Yeah, 4-4-4. Yeah. Uh, Let me see something here. Let me go back and check something here. I can't really see what I'm looking for. Hmm. I'm looking at this. Let me see. Give me a minute. I'll do something different here. Give me another tablet. That's what I'm gonna do. Get another tablet. Give me another tablet. I'm trying to glance here. Has the 114 and the 411 showed any of this money in, any of this year in Michigan? Maybe somebody can find it quicker than me. Has the 114 and the 441 showed any? The 114 and the 441. I just tried to scan through. I don't think I've seen it. Either one of those fall midday. I don't think I saw it. But yep, I'd definitely be playing 611 and 911 a day. And 011, 411, especially that 011. But I don't see no 411 that fell for midday for the year. I'm just scanning through. It's very interesting. It's something to look at. Who's that? I'd play that 144 if you're playing that 114. I'd definitely play 144 also. That's what I would do. And it looked like for October, if I'm not mistaken, best I can see with my eyes, look like it's the first time that 966 and that 669 hit for the year. To me, yeah, I think that 669 and 996 look like it's the first time they hit for the year. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna. Y'all can stick around. I'm going to just sit here and wait for YouTube to find this audience and see what's going on.
Tired of losing yet? Pick three at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking as king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums to learn, no root sums to learn, no tic-tac-toe to learn, no workouts to learn for you to win big.
Oh, you're so welcome, Augustine. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun when we do it this way, when we can track the actual numbers and make sense of the numbers. I'm glad you appreciate that compliment. I really do. I really do. You don't be as frustrated when you see what the numbers are actually doing and what it takes to win. That's what I've gained from it. I'm before, man, I was a nervous wreck. I didn't want to know when the numbers came, what came to the next day. Yeah, but now I enjoy it. It's a joy because you know what you're looking for.
People like to believe the world is stable. They think the future will look like the past because it's comforting to believe that. But not a loser yet. Pick three at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking his king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums to learn, no leap sums to learn, no tic-tac-toe to learn, no workouts to learn for you to win big.
Tired of losing yet? Pick 3 at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking as king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date songs to learn, no root songs to learn, no tic-tac-toe to learn, no workouts to learn for you to win big.
losing yet? Pick 3 at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking as king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums to learn, no root sums to learn, no tic-tac-toe to learn, no workouts to learn for you to win big.
Hello, Raymond. Glad to have you with us. You have any questions about PICK-3 lottery? How to pick the right numbers. Have you been playing long? Are you new at PICK-3? Every day. Okay. What state are you in? Oh, you're in Georgia. Okay. Um, and you're playing every day.
Got a losing yet? Pick 3 at a glance, easy hits. Making money for all states, tracking as king. Please stand by while YouTube finds me an audience for this live. No patterns to learn, no date sums.
So, what methods have you been using to win with? Or you haven't been using any methods? Nine tic-tac-toe. Okay. Well, the strategy that I use, I don't know how long you've been watching since the live. I like you might see that I don't use those methods. Mine is a database method. where you track the actual 1,000 numbers. Uh, have you been on to realize that long enough to realize that my strategy is a database method strategy? Okay, so do you have any questions in particular about the strategy, my database strategy, since you're familiar with the tic-tac-toes and the 999 rundown? Is there anything specifically that you might want to ask that I can clarify for you with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy? There's no such thing as really picking the right numbers because the numbers are random. There's no such thing as picking the right numbers. There's no guarantee on any of the numbers, as you should know. What you would know with the tic tac if you've been using those methods with the tic tac toes, uh, 999 rundown. Basically, what we work off is the law of average, and we build a bucket list of numbers. Working with the law of average, that we have uh, a bucket list of numbers that we play. Let me show you, for example. After tracking the actual 1,000 numbers this time of the year, we accumulate numbers that haven't played, working with the overdue numbers. Okay, now picking the right numbers, you would have to do your data collection. And you would have to go back for Georgia with with my strategy. This here, I'm going to show you my. Let's see. Explain it a little bit more in detail for you. There's no picking per se just the right numbers because all the numbers are random. Okay, let me show you what I did. When I first put my system together to a database strategy, and I came up with this system because, like you, I was using tic-tac-toes and 999s and 317s and 123s and things like that. And to no avail, even when I won, I had no idea where I was going to pick the right numbers again from, as you call them. So I came up with this sheet here. Okay. And when I came up with this sheet, I went back for a whole year of data and eliminated all the numbers that had played in Missouri for my state. And with all the numbers that were left were the numbers that I started playing, which I called the bucket list of numbers. And those was the numbers I started winning with. Because I wasn't playing the numbers that had hit, I was playing the numbers that hadn't hit. Going with the law average, knowing that the numbers, those 1,000 numbers, have to rotate and change positions. So my strategy was saying, I'll just play the overdue numbers. And those is what, per se, what you would call the right numbers, because I'm using the overdue numbers. Now here in Illinois, since I've done this for the whole year, I've narrowed the right numbers that you would say down by, and you have to be organized. First thing gonna be is organization. I got a calendar here with 4 months that at a glance, I can look back at everything with my database and see what numbers have failed and haven't failed. Okay? Using my system. So here, what you would say, these would be my right numbers for Illinois. So you would have to go back, do the same thing I did with my system, and these are the right numbers that I use. Now, there's no guarantee, but with the law average, everything that I've circled here, I've won off of because I've narrowed it down. Everything that I've circled here, I've won already off of. So these working with the law average is, I would say, is the right numbers for me or for anybody working with the law average because these numbers haven't failed. Now the right numbers I'm looking for is this 018, this 563, this 129, this 674, this 247, this 792, and then on the doubles, my right numbers is 01, 001, 556, 002, 557, and a 991 and a 446. So I'm not in any of these here, the same ones. These haven't shown either. But these, all these are inclusive as my right numbers for the rest of the year. These are my bucket list of numbers. That's the right numbers for me. Your state, when you go back and track and see what numbers are left and how to use my system, will be your right numbers to play working with the law average. That's what you call picking the right numbers. Because you don't know what number is going to play the next day because they are random. But I consistently play these numbers. Like I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. And play responsibly. And don't play out of need or greed. Make the game fun. This is set up to be fun because I do win pretty good. But I know I'm not going to win pretty good every day. I ain't going to hit the jackpot every day. But I can line the numbers up and see what they're doing where I can hit pretty good. But I'm not guessing numbers. I'm not doing a lot of random numbers and arbitrary numbers like you're going to get with the 999 and the tic-tac-toes, because all you're going to do is get a set of numbers that you have no idea what's going on with them. You don't know the last time it failed. You don't know last time the front pair, back pair of it failed. You don't know last time the single pair failed. You don't know what position the digits fell in. See, all this is a combination of winning. This is all a combination of winning. You have to know. You have to increase your chances of winning. It's advantageous to know everything it is about any number you play. If I don't know anything about the numbers, I don't play them. You have to know the last time all the numbers played, which I circle them off. I have to know when a single pair played. I have to know what position each digit fell in. I have to know to be more effective winner. I have to know the front pair and back pair, how they, even if I can't play the front pair and back pair, I used this sheet even before Missouri got the front pair and back pair to win. Now I know all the correspondence that makes up a number to play the right number. That's what you call the right, as close as you can get to finding the right numbers to play. Are you getting what I'm saying here? Thank you for your question, Rain. So there's no such thing as picking the right number and just doing a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, and all that, because you don't know what the right number would be. You're getting a bunch of numbers out of those 1,000 that you have no idea what's going on with them. So it's practically impossible to pick a right number if you're not tracking the actual numbers. I know people who play PICK-3 ain't hit them in a year. That's PICK-3. That's PICK-3. and they play midday and evening. So tracking is king. That's why you'll see me say tracking is king. I've hit 3 times this month already, and on average, you're going to win about. If you're looking to win every day or twice a week or 3 times a week, from my experience, it just ain't gonna happen. The numbers are random. Ain't no tic tac toe, no date sum, no grid, no flip, no mirror. Nothing's gonna tell you what's coming the next day. Because a large percent of these numbers of chances are going to be luck, based off luck. So that's why I put together a system where I could track the actual numbers working. The only thing that you really, really, really have to your favor is the law of average, because the numbers have to rotate. So if you're still on here, if not, I'll upload this video so you can see where I answered your question. You can go to my videos, 2,000 of them. Go to the lives, and the full lives where I demonstrate the whole rundown system and everything. And I do a tutorial on my lives to help you understand how to use it. And you can always come back to the live for me to fill in any more information that you might need to help you get into the winner's circle for your state. But you really have to, I don't give you fish, I teach you how to fish. Don't give fish, I teach you how to fish. I do one-on-one counseling. Also, I have the PFD, the sheets available in PFD form. You can email me for them. I do this because, and all my videos, or I don't have a membership on my channel, or none of that, because I know the work involved with putting up numbers for all these different states and stuff, and there's no way I could be accurate enough doing it myself where it would actually be beneficial to an individual. And the secret to winning is going to be you doing the work. That's going to be, and learning the PICK-3 at a glance strategy anyway. But there's no such thing as picking no right number, because the numbers are random. All you do is have certain tools to you available to you to use. And from my experience, everything else other than tracking is not that advantageous. But like I say, all of them are random. Hi there, Woodridge. How you doing? Woolridge? I think that's a T there too, ain't it? Tool, I don't know what that said. I can't make that out. But 484, I say 484, give your number. Okay. Welcome, 484. You know what? Out of that $1,000, I'm sorry, the 1,000 numbers, anything looks possible. But the only way you know what's actually doing, Billy, is what the numbers are actually doing. No, I don't believe. I used to believe that certain numbers bring certain numbers, but it looks like that. You got to know if it's a possibility of that number showing up. I used to think that certain numbers or certain prayers bring certain numbers, but there's no guarantee on what number gonna fall, Billy. You burn up a lot of money. Like, I burn up less money now than ever, because I know why I'm playing my numbers and I stay on my numbers. Let's see. Let's see. Please. Oh yeah, I'll upload. I will definitely. It'll automatically upload for me. I have it upload. It might take a little time for it to upload. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Used to upload immediately, but they've gotten so big now. I think everything's taking time. So yeah, yeah. No, numbers don't bring numbers. Numbers don't travel. Rainy days don't bring numbers. You have to know what numbers are left. What happens? I go with the overdue numbers. What numbers ain't played at all, pretty much. That's what I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that it. Yeah, I see. I understand. I've been. You ain't been nowhere. I ain't been. That's why I put this together to get rid of all that. Get rid of all that stuff. And it's gonna be and there's no guarantee with it. But you. The thing I enjoy about what I do, I can actually track the numbers and see what they're actually doing, not going off of what nobody's telling me about numbers chasing numbers, following numbers, and numbers traveling. None of that. You don't. You can't nobody tell me what they're doing if I'm watching and see what they're doing for my state. I'm state specific for Illinois. I don't have. I don't go in. I used to go to. Like I said, I did it. I bet you I got over $100 or $200 in books I didn't read and tracked and tried to figure out. I threw all. I had to throw all that out the window and come up with my own strategy. And the way I did it, I had to think out the box. Cause all the books. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you what they were doing to me. And I'm not good at math, so I knew with all these rundowns and tic tac toes and flipping and mirroring numbers and all that, that was worse than algebra for me, or trigonometry. All I knew about was it was only two strategies I knew about when I first started. It was the 1-1-1 and the 1-2-3. Them the first two when I first started playing PICK-3 that a lady told me about. And I used that method for a while, but it wasn't helping me. But the 1-1-1, they was talking about minusing the one to the winning number that came in. I'm gonna try to use simple numbers like 1-2-3. I'm gonna use that as a winning number that came in. I don't want to confuse you. Then they were saying minus the one. So 1 from 1 is 0, right? 1 from 0 is 9. 1 from 9 is 8. 1 from 8 is 7. 1 from 7, what is that? 1 from 7, I think, is 6, because I don't do it like this no more. 1 from 6 is 5. 1 from 5 is 4. 1 from 4 is 3. 1 from 3 is 2. And 1 from 2 is 1. Okay? And the same thing for here. 1 from 2 is 1. 1 from 1 is 0, right? 1 from 0 is 9. 1 from 9 is 8. 1 from 8 is 7. 1 from 7 is 6. 1 from 6 is 5. 1 from 5 is 4. 1 from 4 is 3. And 1 from 3 is 2. Then track the 1 from the 3, you get 2, right? And 1 from 2 is 1. And 1 from 1 is 0. And 1 from 0 is 9. And 1 from 9 is 8. I'm just doing it. 1 from 8 is 7. 1 from 7 is 6. 1 from 6 is 5. 1 from 5 is 4. And 1 4 3. Now, I was doing this before there was a computer. I was doing this before it was a computer. So you see how long it would have took me just to add this column up. So my brain said, this was even before I came up with my strategy. I say, now, while I'm subtracting one, I say, now, if I do a plus one, if I add it, what would happen? If I added the one to the 1, 2, 3, what would happen? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just add the one and see what happens. So I say 1 to 1 is 2, 1 to 2 is 3, 1 to 3 is 4, 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, 1 to 9 is 10, but you don't use the 1, you use the 0, and 1 to 0 is 1. Then I say I'm gonna add 1 here. I'm gonna count straight down. 2, 1 to 2 is 3, 1 to 3 is 4, 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, 1 to 9 is 0, 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 1 is 2. Okay, add 1 to 3, 1 to 3 is 4, 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5. I say, oh, I can count straight down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then I say, now let me see if I get the same numbers. And I looked over here. I say, shoot, these the same numbers, but they just in reverse. So I say, why in the heck I'm going to be going minus that crap? I'm going to just plus. This started my whole strategy. That changed my world. Billy Bing's red book, I guess. Billy Bing's red book. DA. This changed my whole strategy system. This what created the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. That's how the 12 columns came about. The 22 columns came about. Just by thinking outside the box and reversing that -1 thing. Because everybody was doing -1. Is that the book I mentioned on BLC? Yeah, it probably is. Thanks. But I think that's one of my first books. I think was that red book. But I had a ton of them. I had a bunch of them, and that changed it. That what created the PICK-3 glance strategy. Then I went from creating that sheet to figuring out something on how to track the single pairs, then the single digits, and knowing I need to know the front pair and back pair. So that's what it do. VA. Four years ago, I guess. But that changed it, and that created this, which I call my baby. My baby. And it is because I created it. I call this my baby. And when I did that, what I did and made the columns, because I only started with strategy number 1. I said, okay, I'm working with the law average because I read books that out of all the numbers have to rotate working with the law average over a period of time. So I say, okay, now I have to apply something that I can use the law average to track the numbers. So I went back 2 years and eliminated all the numbers for 2 years and started playing that, and that improved my game greatly. And I eliminated the numbers, and what numbers were left is the numbers I started playing. And that was even before I realized what mirrors and opposite numbers were. Then I realized how important this was because each one of the columns had their mirrors and their opposites in them. So I no longer, because back then too in the day, they used to say, well, when you play a number, make sure you play its opposite. Like if you play 1, 2, 3, the opposite is 6, 7, 8. If you play 1, 2, 3, play the opposite 6, 7, 8. I was burning up a lot of money. I'm like, okay, there was no guarantee that that's either one of them was going to show up or the 678 would show up. So I said, it's got to be something better than that. Now the only way I'll do that, I play that if I get a column that I didn't tracked and realize, say I got a column here and I didn't track and I realize that column ain't hit toward this time of the year, then I'll play the number like this 018 and it's opposite the 563, they opposite each other, then I would play those toward the end of the year. But I wouldn't play them all the way through the whole year because you can see for the whole year, ain't neither one of them played. It's raining like crazy in the yeah, this weather is getting kind of scary, y'all. That's all I can say. I just lived through a tornado. So it's when it's thunder and lightning a little bit, I be trying to figure out, okay, because I had 5 minutes. I had 5 minutes that saved my life. 5 minutes. Because when they alerted me about the storm, it was hitting at my door, knocking on my door. So this weather, it tore up it did a lot of damage in St. Louis. May the 16th, that's a day to remember. It did a lot of damage in St. Louis City. A lot of nice homes were tore up. Old homes, brick homes were tore up with elderly people in them, people in their 50s and 60s or better, near retirement. I know a guy had just retired 5 months and his whole house was destroyed. And he thinking, okay, I'm on easy street. Now he homeless. So hey man, I don't take none of this too serious. You never get too old for devastation to hit you. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's all I can say, because that's all I'm going to say. Don't take this too serious. And like I always think of what Solomon said, eat, drink, and be merry. That's how I try to live it. I try to eat, drink, and be merry. That's it. Anything else come my way, I'll take it with a grain of salt. Because ain't no guarantees. We all going to wind up in somebody's flower pot. That's all I take out. That's all I'm doing. Making it through the day. But anyway. And so when I did that, I came up with this strategy here. Strategy number 2. Strategy number 3. And strategy 1, because I got the doubles that I track. See, I'm almost done for the year. And I can, at a glance, see what numbers have fallen and have not fallen. This is my yearly sheet that I do, where I transpose the numbers from my monthly sheet. Transfer them from my monthly sheet. I do a yearly sheet and I do a monthly sheet. That way I can double check my data. This is my monthly sheet. I set up my calendar where I can track for the month. Oh man. 1 minute. Hey nephew. Hello? What's going on with you? Okay, what's going on? What do you mean, in front of a building painting? Oh no, we ain't doing what makes him think that needs to be done? Hmm. Well, I don't think I think it's take away from the value of the house if you paint the brick. To me, I don't know. Yeah, that's work. Yeah, start chipping and stuff. You got to keep painting and keep painting because you're gonna acid wash it, right?
Yeah, we asked. Yeah, they over acid wash that. They or they mouth wash it first and then they acid wash it.
Okay, that should make it come out better to me. I,
I
yeah,
tell them, I said they have these acid wash concrete. I said we ain't no acid wash.
yeah, that just takes. I think somewhere I read and did to me anyway. You don't want to paint brick, man. It don't make sense. It's just extra work for nothing. I know there's other next door neighbor that painted that out. That was,
He was looking at that one. He was like, yo, I think we good. So the neighbor got theirs done.
oh yeah.
His brother said he was doing, but it'll be extra $1,000.
No, we ain't gonna do that. I'd rather use $1,000, put a gate right there where you come through. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It takes away from the value of the house. That's all I can tell them. I think my sister Teresa's like, huh?
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to paint your brick. Yeah, I'll call him and see what's going on. Did he say he didn't tell you to do it?
No, he
He
said he'll
said,
reach
yeah.
out to you.
Okay, good, good. No, he
This
ain't.
is just an idea he had, but I told him for mine. I told him it look good once they power wash everything,
Yeah.
maybe in front, especially paint around the windows and paint, you know what I'm saying, all that, freshen all that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll look good. I was like, man,
Mm. Yeah, but everything I read from real estate, it takes away from the paint brick. You don't want to paint your brick.
oh yeah, yeah.
Take from the value of the
That's why I
house.
just had that every once in a while you gotta repaint it or
Yeah,
really do that type of shit.
yeah,
Like we did for the last 100 years.
yeah. So no, we don't paint no brick. No way got. I guess it would look good, but everybody got their opinion to that. But no, that takes away from the value of the house. I know he ain't talked to Teresa, but Teresa liked the neighbors. Talking about it looks so good. I'm like, girl, you crazy. Everybody painting this brick. Let them paint they brick. Everybody paint the brick on this house. He's crazy. But that's my opinion. Well, I guess we all got to agree on it. But we all be on the same page. But we ain't painting that brick. I'll tell you that right now. I'll fight that tooth and nail. I like the rich. Uh,
If y'all do it, I don't like to do it tomorrow when it's hot. So
uh, no, we ain't. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What about the plumbing though,
well, what's called came over.
Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie bro came over yesterday.
Yeah, we ain't studying. Reggie just talking. I ain't studying Reggie.
Reggie, no, he ain't. He said you talking to Reggie.
Yeah, he is nephew. He is. He ain't. We ain't messing with that. He ain't know. He ain't messing with that stuff.
You know, Reggie was one of my plumbers.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. When he walked in yesterday, I said, "What your little ass doing here?" He's like, "That's my mama. That's my brother's now." I said, "You know what? I sure forgot."
Oh, you forgot.
Yeah, Reggie, you know, like I said, Reggie was my plumber one night, and Reggie skipped out on one of my damn jobs, and something happened. I know I was pissed at Reggie, and he was like, "You know, it's my brother-in-law." I said, "Who, Reggie Jackson?" He was like, "Yeah." I never knew.
Small world, lady nephew.
Yeah.
I tell you, bro. So you know not to deal with him. Definitely, we ain't gonna let you deal with him anyway. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah,
Because he done did me. I had him do some business. I was doing some business with him and he fell through on me, man. I ain't messing with Reggie. You get to do me once, shame on you. Do me twice, shame on me, bro. You know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I paid the plumber. He like got off commission bullshit.
Okay.
Teresa said she was gonna give me my money back on it. But I do need it because I got to stay with him tomorrow, and
Okay.
we're on the inside of the house.
Okay.
I got to spend how much she's on the inside of the house. So I had to run inspection paperwork for that. Make sure like the bathroom I had to rip out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to rip out the floor out of the bathroom, do new plumbing in the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and like new walls and all that type of shit. I really actually gutted the whole half of the house.
Mm-hmm.
For plumbing, you know what I'm saying? So we can, it's all set. He needed a wall redone. I told you I was gonna finish the bathroom up over there. It still got a wall. It doesn't really have
Okay.
when you said you want to shower and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the standards, there's no way to shower the way the bathroom is configured. So you're gonna have to, get on the phone and Microsoft check it out too.
Okay.
Look at everything.
Okay. Yeah. What about that? The windows. The windows. Are we? Is that a go on the deal with the windows?
Sure, not gonna be
Engineer.
adjustment. Nah. Yeah, he said so. If I got a few of them that he said he can change out. He said he's not changing out all of them.
So what are we gonna change out?
Of course, the one in the bathroom, the one in the bathroom. I think the one walking up to this floor on the right side. Of course, the two back ones, the back ones. The ones that's out. The ones that's out.
Nothing on the front windows.
No.
Are you gonna? Are you still gonna sheet them? Are you still gonna? What you doing? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one at the top on the third floor. We're gonna do the one on the third floor. They're gonna wrap that one. The two downstairs. The one on the porch.
Yeah.
They'll do it in there. Like that. They'll put the white.
Okay.
And then the one in the front, that bay window.
Yeah.
We get those kind of paint ones that we do.
What about that front window? Yeah, the front window you talking about with the bar on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, nephew. Yeah.
Can I take the bars down off the windows?
Yeah. Yeah. Go and take them bars down, baby. If anybody come up in that house, they know who we is. They know us. We've been there long enough. And they know Lil Rob especially, and Stevie. So everybody gonna mess with that house, bro.
But I'm still gonna do because that was part of my contract anyway.
Hmm.
Not my contract. But I did tell you I want to change the top window that's over the deck. I want to change that one and see a door.
Okay.
That's simple like that.
Okay. Appreciate that.
So the front, it's gonna look good. The front gonna look good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just the other two windows. We got it. We got the gas gonna change them out. Then we just have to play with that.
Okay.
Change it out. Change it over.
Okay. Okay. What about? Oh, so y'all. What about the guttering? Y'all ain't started any of that yet, right?
No. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's on me. Yeah, we go. All that's on me.
Okay.
That's on me.
Okay. What about that? So they go on the facial. Well, I know you got it. I'm just thinking. Okay. But and oh, I'm gonna tell you on the 4th. You got my message about the 4th of November. We're gonna be over there.
Oh, the fourth.
Family meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
We're looking good, man. So the first floor, actually, the first floor is basically, ready to be sand and paint. You know what I'm saying? We're just
Okay.
waiting on the second floor.
Okay.
Finish on the wall, skin coated, and all that good stuff.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Okay, I don't think it's nothing else, but we'll be there Tuesday. If anything for that, I hit you up. Did you get my voice message? I think I called you.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't listened to a voice message in over 10 years. So,
So what I have to keep calling? Yeah.
yeah, you leave a message, you wasting your breath.
So, so
I ain't
you
listened to a voicemail in over 10 years.
so nephew, I just gotta keep calling you back till I get you. Is that what I gotta do?
Oh, text me.
Oh, I'll text you. Okay, baby. I'll text you. That's for sure.
Text me.
All right, baby. All right, love you.
Later.
Oh, man, I forgot. Oh, what am I doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I get my house put back together. That tornado tore it up. So my nephew is a contractor, bless God, and he's putting it all back together for us. And so I'm getting it done. Oh, okay, Billy. Yeah, yeah. You'll see. It'll be a big impact on you when you start tracking. When you start tracking, cause see, the numbers are random and they're different in all the states, and you're gonna see exactly how your numbers are running. And you're going to have to go back. It's a data strategy where you track the data. But the work you put in is going to be well worth it. Because once you get all the data behind you, everything else is going to be downhill. It's going to be downhill because you're going to be doing from month to month. Like if you go from now all the way back to January, using the sheet, using my system, collecting the data, then you'll just be going from month to month, month to month to month, and then in 2026 you'll have your yearly sheet, and then you'll start another yearly sheet in 26, and you just transfer your monthly data to your yearly summary sheet, and you'll be it'll be good. It's going to be refreshing. It was refreshing for me to be able to see when I won, how I won, the reason I won, and when I lost, how I lost, and it gives you patience to wait on those numbers to come in. That's what it does. But take your time, study more than you play. The numbers ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I've been playing them for 30 years. They ain't went nowhere yet. They got a little bit more expensive. Mega Million, $5, and then the lottos they taking them to be $2 tickets. But I don't mess with them too much anyway. I only play one or two of them. A draw. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And I only play the same ticket every day. I mean every draw with the same numbers. Period. And yeah, thanks for your question. Anything else I can cover for anybody? Well, I'm gonna stay on here. I'm going to see how many views I get on these videos because everybody's crying about their views is low, their and stuff. So I'm trying to see what's going on with the YouTube thing as far as the viewership. I don't know what's going on. Okay, you're so welcome. Yeah, study more than you play, because you'll learn a lot. You can learn from this. You'll learn from this, but you can't see anything. Like I say again, with the tic tac toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the miracles. All you're getting is arbitrary numbers. But here, marking the actual numbers down and seeing what the other numbers are doing, you're gonna see a whole lot for your state. But any more questions? Yeah, I'm gonna put on another video, like a tutorial for people to look at. Another one of my that got a lot of views. While I wait on YouTube to find me some. Let's see where it's at. There's a 517 at. Here it is. Being here with me today. Today is December the 8th, and we're doing the tutorial for the 517. And as I always say, that first video was on tracking a double. This one is on tracking how to use the PICK-3 glands for tracking the singles. Hey, sound like a broken record. We hit them again. We hit them again. The 517 came in Missouri evening draw. That's a ticket that I won big off of. Predicted for evening by tracking, and we're hitting on evenings, okay? And what we do is we take
22 numbers, and we do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers. And on those 22 numbers, we have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations of PICK-3. And it's simple and easy to use. We can track all 1,000 numbers, and we never have to guess what number we playing and why we playing it, because we can track them off 22 easy columns. And that's why I say we the home and no tic-tac-toe, no date sums, no grids,
What's going on? Is this phone still on?
and no multiple 100 different rundowns that they have out there to try to predict what number is coming in the next day. The system not set up like that. It's set up for you to track the numbers to me and find out by work with the law average and see how the numbers are actually rotating. Okay, and that's what we use the PICK-3 at a glance for. We track the actual 1,000 numbers, and we use the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers I mentioned, and we can always know why we plan our numbers. And if we miss a number, we can strategize and improve on how to hit and do better the next time, which make us all better players. And that's the same thing we did with the 517. Okay, and by working with the law average, we find out what numbers are left. Actual numbers, no guessing numbers, no guessing routine. You're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, seeing what's left, putting them in a bucket list, and use those numbers to hit. And once you hit, you continuously have a bucket list of numbers to pull from the actual numbers of the 1,000 numbers. Okay, so here's the date. It's December the 8th, 2022. Yesterday, evening draw, December 7th, 2022, was 517. That's a straight, all right? And it came, and I like to tell last time that this number come like this so you can see how the numbers rotate and how long it takes them to rotate. Last time this 517 came, Missouri evening draw, was September 29th, 2021. Okay? So that gives you an idea. When you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you will begin to see the truth of how these numbers rotate. You'll see the truth about how long it takes you to hit a number. You'll see the truth on what front pairs and back pairs and single numbers, how they're rotating, so you'll know the best way to look at how to hit them. And with this system, I've hit straight more than any other system that I've used by tracking the front pairs, the back pairs, the single pairs, and tracking the single numbers. And it's all done simple and at a glance. Okay, so this is straight. It can come 6 different ways. It can come 517 like it did. Come 571, 175, 157, 715, or 751. All right. Now, what we're gonna do with those 22 numbers I said, you do the 1-1 rundown on them. And with those 22 numbers with the 1-1 rundown, you got all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations, and you got 22 columns. And when you do the 1-1 rundown, here's the base number. One of these base numbers will always be in the rundown, so you'll know where to find this 517. And what you're going to do, this 1-1 rundown is powerful because it allows you to put all the numbers in a straight numerical order. It's the best rundown to me that's to use to get the 1,000 numbers and see everything at a glance and all in numerical order. Everything with PICK-3 at a glance is in numerical order, easy for you to track. It's trackable, doable, and teachable. So we're going to add 1 to each one of these numbers, starting with the 5. 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9. And 1 to 9 is 10, but you don't use the 1, you use the 0. Then you just count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same, when you get to 5 at the bottom, 5 at the top, you're done. Same here, you just count them down. Adding 1, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Same thing here, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 at the bottom, 7 at the top. See how simple that is? everything is numerical order, everything's easy to add, and all in the same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you're done. All right? So what we're looking for is what base, one of these base numbers is in this rundown you just did. And the base number that's in the rundown that we just did, one of these base numbers, and I'll call them out. You got 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. That's 12 straights. And then you have 10 doubles. And doubles are two like numbers of the PICK-3, like 001, 002, 003, 004, 005. Triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. Those are 10 numbers. Now we're looking for where this 517 is going to be in those 22 columns. And you're looking for the base number in this rundown, and here it is. Oh, there it is, 026. I mean 062. And there's the 026, and it's in column 10. All right? So when you see it's in a different form, but it's the same number, just one of the 6 ways that this 026 can come. All right? It's one of the 6 ways that 026 can come, but everything's in numerical order. And you see it's column 10, you're going to look for, you got the 026, and when you do the 1-1 rundown, it's going to show as 571. It won't show as 517. Same number. It's just one of the ways the numbers come. If you do the 1-1 rundown on this 026, it's going to show us 571. And here's the 571. Same number. Just different way it could come. So here, we're going to go to column 10 and look for the 026 on the straights. Here's column 10. There's the 026. And we're looking for the 571. And there it is. Bam, you're done. All 1,000 numbers are right here. And you can look at them at a glance. The beauty of this workout system is that everything is in numerical order. All these numbers. This is your 1,000 sheet here. That at a glance, you can see what's going on with at any time. When one of those 1,000 numbers drop, you can find in what column it's in, and you'll know what's going on with it. So the thing is now, how do you get the 1,000 numbers? You got to look at it. When you do the 1-1 rundown on these columns here, you got 10 numbers, but each one of these straights can come 6 different ways. So you got 10 times 6 gives you 60 numbers at a glance in one column of those 1,000 numbers. So 12 times 60 right here, 12 times 60 is 720. All right? There's 720 of those 1,000 numbers you're looking at a glance where you don't have to do any guesswork. You know where all those 720 numbers are and what column they are in. Now with the doubles, you got 10 of those. And they can come 3 different ways, all right? So you're going to, for triples can only come one way of the 10 numbers. So you're going to have 30. You're going to have 3 times 10 going to give you 30. Each one of these columns represents 30 numbers. So 9 times 30 going to give you 270. This 720 and this 270 going to give you the 990 numbers all at a glance. Then this straights, these triples here could only come one way, and there's only 10 of them. You're going to add that 10 to that 990, and you got the 1,000, 990 and 10, you're the 1,000 numbers that you're looking at here, all at a glance. You ain't never got to worry about where the number's at. You ain't never got to worry about guessing a number. That's why you say the tic-tac-toe, the dates, the grids, and the flips. It will never show you what this is going to show you. Because you can strategize with this system. Because you'll always know where the numbers are falling off at what columns. You know, there's no guesswork in these numbers. You're looking at the actual 1,000 numbers. All right? 1 in 1,000 odds. Okay? That's never going to change when you're playing. These numbers having to rotate by the law of average and counting them out and checking them off is never going to change. And no matter what 6 ways these numbers come in, you will always find it on the column and check it off. All at a glance. Instead of trying to look at 60 numbers at a glance, all you have to do is look at one column at a glance and know one of those 60 numbers came out in that column. Can't get no easier than that. Okay? All at a glance. Now, this here is a monthly sheet. Well, this is the end of the year. I started in June, but this is the end of the year. I started with YouTube doing it 6 months ago. So this is the monthly sheet, and I do a sheet every month to see how the numbers are falling every month. Then I do in 2023, I'll do a January annual sheet where I do mark all the numbers off as they come in every day off each column. So at a glance, I can see where everything is falling for the year. And then I do a monthly sheet to see how everything is falling for a month. All right? So with this monthly sheet,
Hi, Teresa.
what I look at to see each month, what column no numbers fall off of. Then working with the law of average, if I get a column that ain't hit in 1 month, which is 30 days, of 60 numbers that ain't filled in 1 month, then 2 months, I get a column and it ain't filled. 3 months, I get a column. Then I know where to look when I do hit from my bucket list, from the numbers I gathered over time. There's where I'm going to get my numbers to pick the hit when I hit next time. I'm not going to be trying to guess all these 1,000 numbers, because I can find out what column it didn't come off of, and by the law of average, something's going to fall off that column. So I don't have to guess all these 1,000 numbers to figure out what number I'm going to play. And on average, one of these columns can take, just to show you, can take 3 months, 90 days. If I see a column ain't hit in 90 days, I definitely play this whole column straight box, or I'll play a 50-cent box by the law of average. And the reason being, I know if a column ain't hit in 3 months, something's going to come off the column, or 4 months. It can take 4 months. Just to show you how often these numbers, how long it takes these numbers to hit. And when you playing numbers, you trying to figure out what's hitting the next day, it just ain't going to happen. All right? And the beauty of this, everything in numerical order, and the 1-1 rundown with it, in the PICK-3 world, what you're going to hear about is mirrors and opposite numbers. And this here system works beautifully with the mirrors and the opposite number system. So, or mirrors. You call them mirrors. All right. And what we have is a number line here. And we had 1,000 numbers kind of divided in half. All right. And the way you want to look at the mirror opposite number is a 0 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. It's just like saying the mirror. 5 mirrors are 0, 0 mirrors are 5, 1 mirrors are 6, 6 mirrors are 1, 2 mirrors are 7, 7 mirrors are 2, 3 mirrors are 8, 8 mirrors are 3, 4 mirrors are 9, 9 mirrors are 4. Just opposites, that's it. But the beauty of this here is, on each one of these columns, the mirrors are included, okay? So let's go to this 10 again. You see this 571? The mirror of it is 026. All at a glance. See this 137? The mirror of it is 682. This 248, the mirror of it is 793. Simple reason. 5 is opposite of 0, 0 opposite 5, 7 opposite 2, 2 opposite 7, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite, all at a glance. That's powerful. For a simple reason, if you got a column here ain't filled in 3 months, and you realize that it's mirroring opposite ain't filled, you definitely gonna play those two numbers, or those four numbers. If you got the 0, 1, 2, the 1, 2, 3, the 5, 6, 7, and 6, 7, 8 that ain't filled, you definitely gonna play those four, because the likelihood of one of those fours coming in when you play is great. All at a glance. Everything in numerical order. You can't beat that. No big calculation, no nothing. Once you take these 22 numbers, starting with just this one sheet and following me, starting next year for sure, in your own state with your own numbers, because all state numbers rotate different, and you're going to have to track those numbers to see what the DNA and how those numbers are rotating. Midday going to rotate different from evening. Evening going to rotate different from midday. They're going to cross paths, but that don't mean the number's going to rotate the same. Okay? It's only 1,000 numbers. They can't help but cross paths 2 or 3 times out of the year. It happens about three to 4 times out of the year. Just because 125 shows midday and then 125 comes in evening, don't mean that all those 1,000 numbers are rotating the same. It happens by track. I've been doing this for a 30-year sheet that I've been working on. I know everything about these numbers and how they actually fall, how they actually rotate. All right? It takes 3 years for these numbers to rotate out, because here's a reality check. You got 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. If you played a different number every day, you still got 635 of them numbers you ain't gonna hit. On average, that's 365, about a third of those 1,000 numbers. That's why it takes 3 years for the numbers roll out. That's why it takes 3 months for a column to hit. Can go 3 months or 4 months. So when you playing these numbers and you falling off numbers and switching numbers trying to hit the next day, you might be falling off a number that's coming in. You just ain't played it long enough. And the only way you're going to know how long to play the numbers is tracking the actual numbers, which you can't get with the tic-tac-toe, the dates of, the grids, the flips, and those multiple different rundowns on them. You just ain't going to get it. But here you get everything all at a glance. Like I said, 60 to 90 days for one column for something to hit off of it. Another column might be 2 months. And the only way you're going to see what's going on with the numbers is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. The only way. 1,000 numbers, 365 days out of the year. It's only a third of the 1,000 numbers. You got 635 you just ain't going to touch. That's why you have to track the actual numbers. And that's the system I came up with. And I can see everything going on with all those 1,000 numbers. 1,000 numbers. That 571 right here, first time it hit all year. But I had it on my whiteboard to play, and we hit it. Why? Because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And I laid out why to play the 571. Because it was other numbers with a 5 and 1 in that hadn't hit. You can strategize with this because you're using the actual 1,000 numbers. There's no other way you're going to be able to do it other than guess with hope and a prayer like I used to do. Okay? Now, again, another reality check. This column, let's go with this column here. All these numbers just straight as they are. 10 of them. And just don't use these numbers. Use any 10 numbers you want to use. If you played them numbers just like they are, every day for 365 days out the year, all on average you're going to get is 3 of these numbers to come straight. That's telling you the importance of tracking the actual numbers, know what's going on. Because you're only going to get a third of the 10. You got 1,000 numbers, and a third of the 10 is all you can get. And a third of the year is all you can get. So all you're going, on average, going to get 3 of these numbers straight. And the next year after that, on the same column, you might just get 3 different more numbers straight. And the year after that, you might get another 3 straight until all these numbers rotate. But at least by checking off the numbers and knowing what's going on with them, you'll know what numbers ain't hitting and how they're hitting. Like I said, evenings, and that's all I track, the 571. You can do this on midday. You can do this on any draw you want. You can track all of them. But they all gonna rotate different. And the only way you're gonna know is you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Because you just can't do a third of the numbers and figure out what's going on and play and try to hit. You got to be looking at all of them to play and know how to hit. And like I say, you still ain't gonna hit 635 of them. All right. Powerful. If you don't do nothing and you want to start following me, and and doing your state, checking your numbers, just follow me with your system and see how I do it. And as I check them off, you check your own state numbers off and see the beauty of this. That you don't have to guess what's going on with the numbers. You'll know what's going on with the numbers without a doubt. But you got to realize you're only going to have 365 that you're going to play, and it's going to still be 635 out there left to play. But you're not looking at all these 635 because they all are in this column in the combinations. So all you got to do is look at the columns to see which of these 635 ain't played. The 6th of the 635 ain't played in each column. That's how that works. That's what I call PICK-3 at a glance. I had this sheet for 30 years. I've been playing PICK-3 for 30 years, and it's been good to me. I'm blessed to share it with the rest of the world. I guess I share it for the rest of the world. 70 years old, 71. I said I was going to start counting at 70. But I'm here sharing it with you all. Okay. Now, so if you like what you see, subscribe, hit that bell, so when I post,
thank you for
upload a video, you can follow me, because I come up with other stuff that I add on as I go that I can share with you, you know. So yeah, that's how that one works. Now, here is another strategy. And it's a simple PICK-3 at a glance strategy. And it's tracking the pairs. And just like this 517, it's got 3 different numbers, so you're going to have 3 pairs. You're going to have the 15 here. You're going to mark off the 17 here. And you're going to mark off the 57. Okay? And if you have, let's say, if you have a double, like 112, you're going to mark off the 11, and you're going to mark off the 12. And if you have a triple, you're going to have like triple 2s there. You're going to just circle the double 2s. All right? Now, that's in any of the pairs that's not marked off, and this is a monthly, any of those pairs that are not marked off, you're going to carry them over to the next month. You're going to always know where your pairs that didn't play. So you don't have to ever guess another pair to play if you're playing and you want to play a pair or play pairs. All right? Mm-hmm. Here is called my single number positioning. This is where I know what numbers fell in what spot and how they fell. So let's say we take the 517 here that came in. We're going to mark the 5 off in the first spot because I did 0 to 9 on 3 columns. Going to mark off the 5. Going to mark off the 1 in the middle and the 7 on the end. And at the end of the month, What number is not marked off is when I'm playing a number, I will always know where to put those numbers at. For instance, let me do this here. I think if I can get this eraser, this off. All right, what we're going to do here is 160, 601, and 610. I'm marking this off for here. Okay, say on this, take this 160. Say at the end of the month, say I marked off all the numbers but the 6 right here. And I'm playing 160. Quite naturally, I'm going to put that 6 on the front. Because it hadn't fell on the front, I'm start playing this 160 along with 601 and 610 for some fact. If that 6 show up and my number show up, it's going to probably show up with that 6 on the front. Out of the 3 different ways that out of the 6 different ways that 160 can come. All right. Now, front pair, back pair. Again with the 517. This is powerful sheet here too. Very powerful sheet. Very, very powerful sheet. All at a glance. This is a yearly sheet here though. Okay? And as a yearly sheet, what I do is 5-1 here. I'll mark it off on the front. And it's 1-7 on the back. I'll mark it off. And at the end of the year, whatever pair I don't mark off, I know what pairs I'm looking to play front and back. And I make pairs up. If a number don't fall, if the numbers at the top are the same as the numbers at the bottom. Let's say, I'm gonna give you a quick example. The 7-0 front don't fall, and the 0-0 back don't fall. What I do is I made it up. And I make a number on my bucket list of 700, 700. Because the likelihood of when those 2 numbers fall, they might fall together. Okay. Same way I look for triples. If I'm looking to play triples, and say for instance, 0-0 front don't fall, and 0-0 back don't fall, all year I'm looking to play triple zeros. I'm put triple zeros on my bucket list to play. But I know that triples only come out 3 times out of a year on a draw. And what I'll probably do is say, triples don't come out to the end of the year, like in December, no triples, because I know 3 of them supposed to come out a year on average. Then I'm definitely going to play them triple zeros in December. Especially if that old front pair and that old back pair ain't fail all that time. So you can track everything. It's simple. You can track everything. PICK-3 is the only thing you can do this on, yeah. That's why I don't invest in nothing else. PICK-4, I do a little with Powerball, Powerball, Lotto, and Omega, and all I buy is 1 ticket on them because they strictly love. Strictly love. That's all I buy. And if it was 4 years, not is not. But PICK-3, I have fun with it and I win with it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I have fun with it and I win with it. A whole lot better than I used to. But this is my system that I put together, and everything's all at a glance. Take about 10 minutes, if that, to put all this together. And this here, what I did is I took all the doubles and I put them in mirror and opposite positions. So at a glance, I know what double and his pair didn't fall, or what double and his mirror didn't fall. So let's take.
I was trying to call him, but I didn't get it.
001. And it's 110. That's a pair. It's 556, and it's 665 is a pair. But they're opposite of mirror each other. So if I look and see that one pair didn't fall, and I track it through the year, I carry it over to the year if it didn't fall for the whole year. Or if the pair of one of the mirrors didn't fall, the 001 or the 556, I mark it and carry it all the way over to the year and add it into my bucket list. Another thing I like about it, let's say if the 001, the 002, and the 003 columns don't nothing fall off that column or any of them like that, that's got 4 of them like that, I'm carrying those 3 over into the next year because I know by law average they're going to come out, they're going to rotate. Something's going to fall off them instead of trying to play all them doubles. I don't have to play all them doubles. For some fact, I know which ones ain't showed up, and I can play by law average and just play those doubles as I'm hitting, and I'm looking for doubles to play. I already got my doubles lined up for the year. I don't go into the year from scratch. I used to do that. I used to go to the year starting all over with all those 1,000 numbers. And then as I was tracking, I started to realize that the numbers that hadn't played the year before was the numbers that was falling up the following year and the year after that. And that's when my eyes was open, that I was doing it all wrong, starting over every year with all those 1,000 numbers. But I had already had the numbers I needed to play just by bringing the ones that didn't play the year before over into the new year, into 2023. Simple and easy to do. So that's the system. So again, like I said, if you're a first-time viewer and you like what you see, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm here to answer any questions you'd like me to answer. And I thank my family that's here supporting me with the PICK-3 at a glance. And look, here's my number, momoneyterry@gmail.com. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and that's Missouri.
All right. Let's see where I'm at here. Any questions? Y'all have to excuse these phone calls. I'm trying to put my house back together and seem like everybody's calling. Right when I do my live. That's it. Like I told y'all, you do these lives and try to do a video, man. The dogs start barking, the fire department truck start running, the trash truck start running, the neighbors start cutting the grass. The planes start flying over. I live by the train. I think 15 trains come through. So, hey, and I'm a trooper. I ain't letting them stop me. I'm going to keep on going. If that stuff stop you, you never get nothing done. Ain't no such thing as no perfect timing for nothing. Not this day and time, because everybody and everything on the move today. If you ain't moving with them, you're going to get left behind. All right, family. Any questions that you want me to go over with you? Anybody's got any questions that I can clarify? Anything with the PICK-3 at a glance or PICK-3 in general? Make sure this. And my grandkids have made it home, so I know I'm finna get off of here. Because pretty soon they'll be loud. They ain't loud yet. They just got in from school. Wait till they get on them video games. I mean, those games. It's all part of growing up. Kids don't play outside no more. They outside is inside, look like. All right, family. Like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you tracking, you shall soon be packing to Lucky Town.